Hi guys, welcome to Alice Loves. Today, as I'm sure you can see from the lipsticks in front of you, I'm doing a bit of a different video today. I'm going to go through with you my nude lipstick collection. So we've got a mix of high-end and high street. I have tried to avoid anything too pink and anything too peach and tried to stay more on the sort of nudie, sort of neutral browny tones. What you will find is there's a definite theme. I do like a darker nude. I like quite a sort of orangey browny nude. So there'll be a few that are a bit pinker, a few that are a little bit peachier, but on the whole they're quite an orangey browny nude. So I'm going to quickly run through them with you. I'll draw some samples out so you can actually see the colour and how they swatch. So I'm going to start with NARS. No surprise to you guys, my favourite brand, and I've got two miniatures here. This was from a limited edition Christmas collection they did, the Sarah Moon. One of the nudes, which is Sarah, this one, is actually a limited edition colour that was only in that collection. This is a very sort of orangey toned brownie nude. So this you can't get because it's limited edition. However, the rest of the collection were permanent colours. So this nude is Anita, and you will see that this is a slightly rosier coloured nude, not quite as browny toned as Sarah. Very comfortable to wear. This is a full size audacious lipstick, and this is in the shade Barbara, which is my favourite ever nude colour. So of the whole video, this is the number one, and you will see that is pretty similar to Sarah, which is limited edition. So if you like that, I would go for Barbara. I mean, that's literally all I've got left of Barbara, so it's definitely a firm favourite of mine. They've got this magnetic packaging, very glamorous, quite heavy to carry around, but I love those. I've then also got one of their original lipsticks. This is in I believe this is in the sheer form, and it's called Pago Pago. This is very pale, and I don't wear this often anymore. I tend to put this over the top. You can see very pale compared to my sort of normal lipsticks that I wear. I don't enjoy the original packaging. I much prefer the Audacious. This is rubbery and it gets really dirty, but it is a lot lighter to carry around. We then have three sort of liquid lips. So this was a limited edition. It's called Get Dirty. It's beautiful. It's a sort of lip pigment that dries down matte. I think it's called their lip cover, but that was limited edition, unfortunately. Then we've got two fairly new. So this is from their Velvet Lip Glide range, and this is a very sort of pale colour that I tend to apply over the top of my very matte and very dark lip colours to lighten them and to give it a more comfortable feel, because the velvet means it doesn't dry fully matte. It's got a bit of a bounce to the lips, so that's lovely to pair with things. Then this is from the new Power Matte Lip Pigment range, which is new out. I think it came out on the 8th of August. I put a blog post up just this week on it, so I'll link that above. And that is a really, really beautiful nude. I find it very comfortable. It dries down back without making you feel like you've got really flaky lips, and there is no transfer. So I really do recommend these, and that is my nude NARS collection. I will now move on to, I'll do my Huda Beauty. So I've got four of their miniatures here, and these are from their sort of nude collection. Now these are all quite a lot darker than I suppose what a lot of people would cast as a nude, but this would be the sort of tones I wear. So I'll start with Venus, which is probably technically a brown. You can see how dark that is, but beautiful colour. These are very drying. I do love them, but they really are drying. You can feel them on the lips. This is Bombshell. This one is definitely more along the sort of rusty tones. It's got that orange tone underneath, which I really love. Packaging's beautiful as well on the Huda Beauty lips. Then we've got Trendsetter, which is the darkest of them all, and I love wearing that with the pale NARS Velvet Lip Glide over the top. And then we have Flirt. Oh no, that's even darker, so it must be Flirt and Trendsetter that I wear with the NARS Velvet over the top. So as I say, these all dry down. I don't know if you're able to see on the paper, but they've already dried down to very matte. You have to wear a good layer of lip balm after you've worn those at night to sort of recover the lips. So I'll start with the Colour Sensational matte lipsticks, which come in this packaging, and I've actually got 3 of them. This first one is called Beige Babe, and that is a very sort of pale beige coloured nude, as you would expect, slightly pinky toned. Quite a comfortable matte because it's a lipstick, not a liquid lip. Then we've got Nude Embrace. This really is too nude for me and something I don't wear very often. Tend to mix that with other colours. And then, I've brought Brown Sugar. This is sort of in between. I suppose it would be classed really with the browns, but I'll put it in anyway, as I've included a few browns. Then I have one Colour Sensational in Velvet Beige, 630. That's a really beautiful colour. I do like to wear that one. Again, it has got a slightly more rosy undertone, but very similar to the shade that I like. Now this is called Pink Fling, so technically should be with the pinks, but it's not actually super pinky. So that one's sneaked in. So that's the lipsticks from Maybelline. Then I've got 2 more sort of liquidy based products. So this is the Colour Drama in 610 Stripped Down. And I really enjoy, I'm going to squeeze a bit out for you if it comes, there we go. This is a colour I really love wearing. Again, you can tell the ones I love are always that bit deeper. I just think they're more flattering on me. And then this is their Vivid Hot Lacquer in number 64, Unreal. This, again, I knew it, that all the ones I love are dark. There's a definite theme here, but that's really comfortable to wear on the lips, that one, so I do get a lot of use out of that. Then we'll go in with another sort of cheaper brand here. These are all from Revolution Makeup, which you can get in Superdrug. And we'll start with Inspiration. Very comfortable to wear. This one is sort of a matte lipstick again, so you know, nice layers of sort of lip balm in between. Then we have, this looks like Charlotte Tilbury packaging, but it's still Revolution, and this is in the shade Awaken. Slightly pinky toned, but very similar. And then we have Chauffeur, which is probably a bit more browny. There's a definite theme here. To me, they all look different, but I imagine to the probably slightly more naked eye, they're very similar. So I've only got 3 nude from Revlon. I've got 1 of the Ultra HD, then I've got 2 of the, I think these are called the Colour Burst Lip Butter. So this is in Brown Sugar. These lip butters are so creamy. You can see they're not matte at all. They don't last a particularly long amount of time on the lips, but they're so comfortable to wear, and they've got a beautiful smell. That bottom one is in the shade Pink Truffle, so obviously a lot more pinky, obviously Brown Sugar at the top. Then we've got here the Ultra HD matte lip colour. I can't remember, it's called Seduction, and this is a shade that I really love and I've definitely posted about. I really love the formula. This is a very similar formula actually to the NARS, this one that I told you about, the Velvet Matte, in that they dry down to a bouncy finish rather than a matte finish, but they do stick around quite a long time. The Revlon one has an amazing fruity scent, so I love that. Then from the cheap to the ridiculous, this is a Tom Ford, one of their little boy ones, and this is in the colour Colin. It kind of pains me to even draw this on the page for you. You can see that's a lot more of a pinky tone nude, and I don't wear it as much for that reason. They're beautiful, they're really expensive. I think this miniature size is £27, so it is sort of a luxury product. I will then move on to Rimmel. So I've got quite a few here. I've got a couple from the Kate Moss range and then a couple from the One range. These are the matte and these are not the matte. So I will start with the Kate Moss ones. We've got number 43 and 45, so they're pretty close in colour really. So this is number 43. And then we have number 45, which has definitely again got that slight more sort of rosy colour to it, and you can see those two are quite similar nudes. So that's two of the Kate Moss. And this is also from the Kate Moss range. And this is called Boho Nude, number 56. A nice brownie tone nude. That's, you know, from the three, definitely the one that would be most up my street. Then, as I say, we've got three from their range called The One. These two are matte and this is not. I definitely prefer the black range to the matte range. I find the matte is comfortable, but it sits on the lip quite a lot. You can see sort of any dry skin. So this is number 760 in Ain't No Other. That's got a slight pinky undertone to it. Then number 200 in Salute is very similar, slightly pinkier and obviously matte. But as I say, I feel like it sits on the lip rather than drying down. And then we've got here number 700 in Trendsetter, which I absolutely love this colour. Even though I'm saying about the matte, I really do like Trendsetter and I wear that quite a lot. And that is all of my Rimmel lips. Then I've got a few MAC lips. I've got a few, not as many actually MAC nudes as I would have imagined. So I will start with what's the range called of these? Let me just see. Just says they're liquid lipstick, retro matte liquid lipstick, and this is in Burnt Spice. I actually wore this today. A beautiful sort of dark toned nude, sets down. Obviously it's a matte lip, so it's going to dry them out, but it's definitely not as drying as the Huda Beauty, but not quite as comfortable as the NARS that I told you about. Then we've got Doe from their Lip Tensity range. This is another real favourite. I wear this very regularly. Nice and comfortable, not drying. I like the packaging. I much prefer that to the typical MAC packaging. Then I've got two from your sort of more traditional sort of MAC lipstick collection, and I believe that they are both satin. Yeah, they are. We've got Brave and Faux. So this is Brave, which has got obviously a slight, again, pinky tone to it. And then this is Faux. I mean, that is ridiculous. Even to me, who is very close to the paper, they are almost the same colour, so sorry about that. Then this is from their Mineralised Rich, and it's called Glamour Era. And that's a much more orangey tone nude. Again, very comfortable. This is one I don't reach for a lot just because I don't think about it, but it's a lipstick I really like, so I'm going to put that back into rotation now that I've just reminded myself. Then I just have two from Hourglass. I've got one of their new lipsticks. These are actually, let me click that out, you can actually change the colour on the inside of these, and this is in the shade I've Never. I've only worn it just for this afternoon. Very orangey toned. On the lips that looks even more orangey toned than it's showing there. Very slim, very weighty, very glamorous. I would say this is my most beautiful lipstick. Quite expensive, I think it's £26. And then lastly we've got one of the Hourglass Girl lipsticks, and this is in the shade Influencer. Again, orangey toned nude. I feel like that's all I'm saying through this video. I really love these and I'd like to get some more in my collection. I've only got one of the colour, so, and it's not a nude, but I would really like to get some more. These are really nice to wear and I enjoy just the long slim packaging. Then I've got what I'm going to call my sort of miscellaneous lipsticks for you. You know, I've got the odd one here and there from different brands. So Kat Von D, this is their Everlasting Lip in, I believe it's Bow and Arrow. This dries down, this is very drying. I would say this is on a par with the Huda Beauty, but lasts really well. And it's nice if you just put one layer on and then maybe top it with a normal lipstick that adds a little bit more moisture, but then you keep the depth of this colour underneath. Then another liquid lip is the NYX Lip Lingerie, and this is in the shade 04, is that Lipley? Lipley, I think it says. And that's quite a pinky toned liquid lip. Again, this one dries down matte. This is probably a little bit more comfortable than the Kat Von D. Then I've got two more. These are probably the most drying of my liquid lips. These are from Stila. These are the Stay All Day lip colours. These do not layer well at all. So once they start flaking off, you have to sort of take them off and start again. The two colours I have are, oh, here we go, Bachi or Baki, I never know how you say it, and Fresco. So we'll start with Fresco. Again, that's quite deep, quite a browny toned colour. I do wear them a lot even though they're uncomfortable, and Bachi's definitely slightly more sort of mauvey toned. But as I say, they're not easily layered, especially the darker colours. Then I've got this lipstick here from Tanya Burr in the colour Pink Cocoa. And this is a gorgeous pinky toned nude. But you can see it's got that sort of slight orangey tone to it. It's not as pink as you would imagine for Pink Cocoa. Then I've got a Soap and Glory Sexy Mother Pucker lipstick in the shade Super Nude, and this is definitely a favourite. I've posted about this before. I wear this shade a lot. Very comfortable, and just a shade that I feel is very flattering for a lot of people. Then I've got a Bare Minerals liquid lip in the colour, my eyes are not great, Swag. This is another matte, and definitely got that sort of pinky mauvey undertone as well. These are quite comfortable, they last well, so I really enjoy that. This is, let's say, a miniature of the Bare Minerals. Then I've got one from Givenchy. Givenchy is some of the most comfortable lipsticks to wear. They're very expensive. They've got this beautiful magnetic packaging, very stunning, but they are expensive. But as I say, they're very comfortable. They don't give them names, it's just number 102. Let me move that out of the way, and I'll start again here. So that is probably my most peachy tone nude. I went through a phase of really enjoying peachy toned nudes, but I don't love them as much, so probably don't wear it as much as I used to, but very, very comfortable to wear indeed. Then I've got a Marc Jacobs lipstick in the colour No Angel. This was from a little Christmas set, so it is a miniature, and that is a very browny toned nude, very cool toned. Really enjoy that, and I love the packaging. And you know, for me, you can see this is just my nudes alone. I have a lot of lipsticks, I don't get through them all, so miniatures are a nice way to try out a colour when I know I'm not going to use it all up. Then Christian Dior. This is very pinky toned, and I think I didn't realise it was quite so pinky when I bought it, which is why then I've ended up not wearing it a lot, and that's in the colour 219. But that one has not been worn as much as I would have liked to, and that's that shade there. Then we have Estee Lauder Pure Colour Envy in Intense Nude, which is that deep rosy colour. Very comfortable. I do feel on the lips that looks quite a lot pinker than it's looking here on the paper, so again, don't wear it as much. Then I've got here for you the Sleek. These are so cheap, and one of my favourite ever lip colours is a Sleek one, and this is Barely There. Again, quite peachy toned. I wouldn't say really that's a Barely There colour, I think that's quite peachy, so I don't get as much wear out of that as I thought I would. And then I've got another little miniature here. This is just one of the miniature Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks that she does, I think just at Christmas time, and they're meant to be little, you know, to dangle on your tree, and this is in Very Victoria, and this is a really beautiful nude, browny toned. And that is the last of my nude lipsticks. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see all of them here, but there's quite a lot of them. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.